Alright, so I've taken the first transistor and I put the insulating grease on there, and you'll see that that looks right. But here's something I found. So this is the one I haven't done yet. So you'll see that I've got this this lead of my multimeter on one of the legs of the transistor. I've got it set to do a continuity test. Okay. So theoretically, I should get nothing to ground when I'm on that pin. But look what happens. So what does that tell you? That tells you that this transistor is shorted to ground. So I think I was exactly right what I found. So it's the insulation. So I'm going to take this off, and then we're going to test it again. I'll be right back. So I removed the transistor, I put it back in, and I still have a problem with this. So if you'll see here, this is just the socket that the transistor goes in. I've got it on one of the legs where the transistor goes in, and look, to the case. I have continuity. So I think there's something wrong with this socket. I think that's been my problem all along. So I'm going to take this out, I'm going to unsolder everything, I'm going to take it apart and clean it, because it is something I can remove. It's got some legs on it, and see if I can fix that. So that's my next thing. Well, hello everybody. I want to give you a really quick update. I did correct this transistor issue here. I did find that they were touching, and I've properly applied the grease, as you'll see. And they're working fine now. That's really good. However, we still got loads of problems with this thing. So you'll see I've basically replaced just about everything in here. Everything is new, and we have some issues. I've learned a lot about transistors. For example, I put all new transistors in this thing, right? So there's one there. There's a whole bunch of them. I think there's about 17 of them in here. And I learned that when you get replacement transistors, the emitter, collector, and base configuration of the pins are not always the same. So you can't just go out and get another transistor and assume that when you pop it in, it's going to work. You have to look at the data sheet and make sure that the pinouts are the same. So I had that issue with this, and I put in one of the transistors that had a different configuration, and obviously things didn't work well. So I've been very, very fortunate to sort through all that. I've got it working now where I can plug a guitar in, and I hear sound. It's a little distorted, and I don't have a lot of volume, but I've had to put in some of the old transistors because I didn't have the correct ones here. So the game plan is to replace all the transistors with the correct ones this time, and they've been ordered. I've also gotten these transistors working correctly. These have been my Achilles heel in this thing. So had a lot of problems with these. I finally got correct voltages. And I have to tell you, going through the manual and looking at the voltages and figuring out what's working and what's not has been so easy. I've learned so much about this thing just by doing that. I also joined a forum where there's a person by the name of Bart who actually has one of these amps and works on them. And he's been really, really helpful, giving me some hints and ideas. So that's where we are. Everything, like I said, is coming around. We're close. I still haven't gotten this light detecting resistor in yet. I had it there, I took it out because I wasn't sure what was the right value. I'm not going to worry about that right now because that's really something that's used for the tremolo circuit, and I'm not really ready for tremolo anyway. So that's where I am, and you'll see that it looks pretty brand new in there. So bottom line is, I thought I knew a lot. I didn't. I do now. And when you work on this stuff, you have to kind of be honest with yourself, and you have to be humble. And you have to, say, I just don't know everything I need to know, but I'm learning, and that's the key. And I found that, people like yourselves that watch these things and offer some advice or answer questions, or people on forums, genuinely care about the people that want to learn. I had this guy Bart that I told you about, said to me, listen, I thanked him, of course, for helping me. And he said, listen, he says, my pleasure, because you're actually showing that you want to learn. So I think that's the key. And when I come back, the next video, I'm going to show you a correct way to check transistors, how I did it, how I'm doing it now, and we're going to replace these transistors, and I'm going to film some of that for you just to show you. But we have sound out of this thing, and there's no longer any components that are smoking, so that's a good sign. I don't think I'll ever find the root cause, although I think I know what happened. I think it had to do with these transistors here. I believe that someone had tried to replace them prior. When I got the unit, the power cord was cut, so I assume that someone was trying to fix it, put those things in wrong, blew up a little smoke here, and that creates a cascade effect all the way through the board. Anyway, that's where we are. We're making good progress, and I will come back with an update shortly. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.